All right, y'all. Welcome back to Slum World Network, Slum World TV, man. And we back with another video. And for this video, we gonna be watching Kanye expose how Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner are silencing Diddy's victims. Shout out to the Petty Show on YouTube. I like to give credit to the creators, and if y'all looking for the original video on this song without my commentary, I will have it linked in the description. So go check out the Petty Show. Go watch the original video. Show their channel some love. So without further ado, man, let's get into it. But before we get into it, man, please, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so y'all can get all my post notifications every time I drop these videos. You get what I'm saying? And hop in the comment section. Don't be afraid to chat it up with your boy. I do respond back. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into this.
You can't come out. And if one gets turned in, then the secrets come out. In case you guys don't know what I'm talking about, in case you guys didn't know, Diddy, as we all know, is facing crazy allegations.
Kanye was investigating Kim Kardashian and the rest of the Kardashians after he told us about Diddy. There's a new lawsuit against Kanye West from his former employee who said that he was hired as a director of intelligence and he was hired to look into Kim Kardashian and the rest of the Kardashian for alleged trafficking.
If you thought Kanye was done exposing the Kardashian-Jenner clan, wait till you hear about how he allegedly exposed Kim K and Kris Jenner for plotting to silence Diddy's alleged victims. Kanye has had his foot on the Kardashians' neck for a long time now, so you might think this is just his regular ranting of...
I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Hey, that billionaire money crazy if it got you going to war with your baby mama. That's that billionaire money, man. Most men can't even think about having no problems. You get what I'm saying?
About them. However, it would turn out that Kim and Kris were allegedly behind many of the shady business dealings involving Diddy and his other accomplices. And get this, the moment Kim heard that Diddy's homes were being raided by the feds, she hit that unfollow button on all social media platforms. Coincidence? Maybe. But with the way the Kardashians, especially Kim and Kris, have been trying so hard to distance themselves from Diddy in public, people are starting to speculate that they might be working behind the scenes to silence Diddy's victims and get his case dismissed. Y'all, the longer this Diddy case goes on, the more celebrities get dragged into the mix and accused of either partying with him or, in the case of Kris and Kim, helping him cover it up.
The big cave, the little cave, the big cave and the little cave.
Back in the day, when it was fashionable to be associated with Diddy, the Kardashians did everything to tie themselves to him. However, when Diddy first got arrested, the entire Kardashian clan went into damage control mode and tried to scrub every trace of their relationship with Diddy off the internet. Kim was the first to drop him like a hot potato across all her social media accounts. Then the rest of the family followed her lead, deleting posts, pictures, mentions, basically everything that could link them to Diddy. Not only that, but they allegedly started a secret campaign in the media to make everyone know they were distancing themselves from Diddy and his shenanigans. I mean, these guys were so afraid to get caught up in the Diddy scandal that a while back, a source revealed to In Touch Weekly that the Kardashians were in panic mode because of their affiliations to Diddy. According to the insider, Kris was scrambling to distance them all from this. Interestingly, the original article where this insider spilled the tea has been deleted, probably as part of their PR campaign to make it look like they're unbothered and untouched by the Diddy scandal. But it seemed like whatever they did only added more fuel to the fire. Recently, the Kardashians came under attack again after an old post of Khloe featuring Diddy went viral. In 2013, Khloe posted a photo of herself and Diddy with the caption, "Happy birthday, Diddy. You're an incredible friend to my family, a constant motivation, and you share my obsession with unicorns. Much love and many blessings." See, Khloe was always the one who seemed to have a closer relationship with Diddy than the other Kardashians. From when she was pretty much still a teenager, she was already hanging out around Diddy unsupervised. It was so bad that Kris Jenner allegedly allowed Khloe to go on tour with Diddy.
Did y'all know that Khloe Kardashian was on tour with Diddy when she was 16 years old? And then Khloe has an Instagram post from 2019 in which she says the famous catchphrase, "Ain't no party like a Diddy party." Oh, there's some sort of closeness there with the whole family, but it does seem like she has remained the closest to Diddy. And not
I'm gonna be honest, y'all. Allowing your daughter to go on tour with Diddy or any rapper at 16 is just crazy. That's diabolical work right there. It's diabolical work. That's crazy. Let's get back into it.
Not just him. I know you guys remember she dated French Montana, so she was always around that crowd. I remember her talking about Diddy and crew a lot in the episodes of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I mean, it was a thing. She was with a lot of these people. I will say, I have noticed Khloe with her own daughter, her own children, is very overprotective. She does not let her children go with just anyone. There was a couple episodes she would not let True go with her mom. It says a lot. I just want to know, like, why 16 for what? She doesn't sing, she doesn't dance. Why be on tour?
For context, this was way before the Kardashians became the Kardashians we know today. This was before Keeping Up with the Kardashians, back when they were still famous because of Robert Kardashian and the O.J. Simpson trial. What was interesting was that Khloe also wasn't a reality TV star or really involved.
I'm sorry, I ain't gonna pause it too much, but dang, I bet you Robert Kardashian turning over in his grave. I hate to say that like that, but it's like no man would want his daughters and his family, because it's Chris and it's all his kids, all the daughters and Rob, right? No man would want, you know what I'm saying, this for their children, you know what I'm saying, especially their daughters to be, I don't know, I ain't about to make no assumptions, but anyway. Yeah.
Involved in the entertainment business in any capacity. So, folks couldn't figure out what role Khloe could possibly be playing on Diddy's tour. Was she a singer, backup dancer, stylist, assistant? Nobody could figure it out. And as far as we know, she wasn't even on Diddy's payroll. It seemed like she was just there for the vibes. Mind you, she was only 16 at this point.
Why would a 16-year-old Khloe Kardashian go on tour with P. Diddy?
I definitely was drinking at 16.
Yeah, well, we was on tour with Puff when you were 16.
I did not start drinking till later.
You were driving cars at 15.
Ever since Diddy's arrest, a lot of people have been talking about the Kardashians, specifically Kim and Kris. Now, I'm not saying don't focus on Kim and Kris, but from old episodes of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, the one that was closest to Diddy, it seems, was definitely Khloe. And why would a 16-year-old Khloe be on tour with Diddy? Khloe, from what we know, never sang, was never a singer or a dancer. So what was she doing on tour with him at 16?
The internet is undefeated, y'all. They undefeated. Like, how is y'all digging up all this information? Like, this is parasocial behavior right here. Like, what in the world?
16 years old. And we also know that this relationship has been going on for years then, probably before she was 16.
We'll probably never know why she was allowed to be in that crowd at that age, but it has raised eyebrows over the years. But this is just one link in the chain that ties the Kardashians to Diddy. In another clip from KUWTK that's been making the rounds, Khloe spilled some tea about the wild Diddy bashes she has been to and all the crazy things she experienced there. While she was having a conversation with Kourtney, Khloe didn't hold back on the details of the Diddy parties. She mentioned that a lot of the people at the parties were there in the full glory of their birthday suits. Then she confirmed that Diddy's infamous parties were everything they were hyped up to be, telling Kourtney that she would have loved the vibe. Kourtney pressed Khloe for more details, and Khloe wasn't about to hold back. She started name-dropping some of the celebrities she ran into at the party, including Justin Bieber, who was only 20 at the time.
So who was with you this weekend? A bunch of my friends. Diddy, Quincy, Justin Bieber, so far French Montana.
At 5:30 a.m. on this party, I think half the people there were butt naked. You would have loved it.
But I guess Justin Bieber being at a Diddy freak-off at that time shouldn't be so surprising because he was allegedly one of Diddy's boy toys at the time. But anyway, it was clear that Kourtney was feeling major FOMO after Khloe's report of the Diddy party, because in a recently resurfaced clip from the show, things that go down at these so-called parties. So for them to be so excited about being in that environment, well, it just tells you a lot about the Kardashians' relationship with Diddy. But it's not just Khloe that has had a close relationship with Diddy. Matter of fact, in the grand scheme of things, Khloe's relationship with Diddy is probably more innocent than the relationship the rest of the family has with him. Take Kim, for example. One of the earliest memories of Kim hanging out with Diddy was her appearance at a Diddy party back when she was still a stylist for Paris Hilton. Fast forward to 2008, and Kim started to appear in more and more photos with Diddy at A-list events. And the rest of the Kardashians also started getting seen in such gatherings. In 2009, for example, Khloe attended one of Diddy's infamous white parties at his Beverly Hills residence. Then, in 2010, Kim and Kourtney were at Andre Harrell's birthday party with Diddy. This basically kind of became their MO. Now, as we said earlier, back then, the Kardashians felt it was good for their social standing to be seen with Diddy at events. Knowing how carefully curated their lives are, their random appearances anywhere Diddy wasn't a coincidence. And it's no secret that the one person behind the carefully planned out lives of the Kardashians is the family matriarch, Kris Jenner. Now, Kris and Diddy have been pretty close for a long time, and she was very particular about putting her girls in the same circles as Diddy. Back when Kris was hosting...
I ain't gonna lie. Diddy might have ran through the whole family, you feel me? He might have ran through the mom and the daughters.
The Kris Jenner show, she brought Diddy on as a guest, and Diddy was playfully flirting with her, telling her he had a crush on her for a long time. At first, people brushed off this interview as friendly banter, but as Diddy's legal troubles started, people began to take a closer look at their relationship and give them the major side eye. For example, there's this post from 2012 where Kris shared a picture of her and Diddy looking all cozy.
This week, I've been sent this clip of P. Diddy and Kris Kardashian chatting literally hundreds of times. This clip was taken in 2013 at a Hollywood Walk of Fame event celebrating Babyface. I can only assume they're talking about Khloe Kardashian because Khloe went with Kris to this event. I've also been sent clips of P. Diddy right before he got arrested and Kendall Jenner in Dubai. Here's what I'm seeing.
It was so freaking amazing, and that girl, Val, is it Val? She has her ish together, like really. It was super cool, and I don't think she thought she was gonna flake on us.
Oh nah, this is crazy. The way she she like voicing what she said, and it seemed like she hella accurate. Shout out to her.
Did she? Because that night she was like, thought she was getting interviewed.
But she had the best time. She thought it was like such a cool place, and I love that. Am I in your way? Is this your first? Second? This is my third. My first 2 times were horrible. Horrible. This is so fun.
As y'all know, Kris has been behind most of the things the Kardashians have gone viral for, starting with the tape that first created the Kardashian brand. Of course, I'm talking about Kim's adult tape with Ray J. Allegedly, the leak wasn't a leak at all. In fact, Kris apparently masterminded the whole thing, personally handpicked Ray J for the job, and even made them sign a contract to seal the deal. As if that wasn't bad enough, Kris allegedly made them do multiple shots of the tape and then selected the one that gave Kim better angles. Can you imagine how twisted it is to casually watch your daughter's clips and be like, yeah, that's the one we should release to the public? However, according to sources, Kris wasn't working alone. She had help from her good friend Diddy, who allegedly helped her go over the contract and even advised her on which of the clips had the best angles to release. Now, Kanye has been talking about how shady the Kardashians are for a hot minute now, but people just used to shrug him off as being problematic as usual.
I stay in Kardashian land, for Christ's sake. It's all women there, you know, and I got a son in my house, and I got the nannies talking to me, I got the mother, like y'all think y'all got a mother-in-law, I got the mother-in-law of all mother-in-laws. And it was just, let me tell you what happened. It's like, last Christmas, my family came in, They all flew in, like 5 of my family members, because it's been a year after I've been in a hospital and put in UCLA for mental health issues. And they came to give me some love for Christmas. And the family got on the phone together and they decided that it's their tradition to go over Courtney's house and open up gifts. And that it wasn't enough room for my family to be there that morning, and that my family that flew in could watch my kids open up gifts later that afternoon. And I didn't have a voice, and there was no man with a voice in that family. So yeah, I'm hurt. Yeah, I'm hurt by a lot of shit. But mostly I miss my dad.
However, ever since folks started making these connections between Diddy and the Kardashians, Kanye's rants seem to make much more sense. Remember Kris Jenner's boyfriend, Corey Gamble? Well, there are rumors that he used to do a lot of grunt work for Diddy, and he might have been involved in clearing the scene after Kim's death. There have been rumors flying around that Diddy hired someone to clean up Kim's house after she passed and remove anything that might link him to her death. Allegedly, the person he called to do this work was Corey Gamble. Photos from Kim's house on that fateful day recently went viral again, and some have speculated that Corey was there even before the cops arrived. And you know why it's not hard to believe Corey would have been involved in this? Because he has been linked to many cases involving celebrities being drugged. Kanye straight up accused Corey of working with the Kardashians to harm him, and he put him on blast in a tweet where he said, "God has a plan to remove the godless Corey, and I think he's a nice person. Not a great person. A nice person who used to be around Puff's family, then got around Justin Bieber, and then when Kris got divorced, he slid in." Speaking of which, another suspicious connection Diddy has with the Kardashians is through Lou Taylor. So, Lou Taylor is the owner of the Hollywood talent management company. Lou and her husband have a close relationship with not only Diddy, but also Kris. Allegedly, they sometimes collaborate to dupe other celebrities through shady business dealings. Sometimes they even go as far as making up mental illnesses in certain celebrities to get them medicated and declared unfit to manage their finances.
Wow.
Lou then somehow convinces the court and banks to allow her to control the celebrity's money. Given that she's already managing the celebrity's career, this was the exact same stunt they pulled with Britney Spears, where Britney was placed in a conservatorship for over a decade. Word on the street,
bro, that makes sense, cause y'all know Britney been tweaking. It seemed like she been tweaking out for like at least the past 10 years, 15 years. I know a lot of y'all probably watching this ain't even old enough to understand what's probably going on. But yeah, man, it makes sense. I ain't gonna lie, my conspiracy mind taking me to where this, you know what I'm saying, it's just my conspiracy mind. Kind of believing it, but none of this is actually proven facts. It's all alleged. Diddy's not even in what he's going to court for. Ain't got nothing to do with none of this. So we not just like, I'm not watching this and asserting it to that, but I'm just saying, like, I'm watching it though. Like my conspiracy mind, like, yeah, this probably true.
Is that the Kardashians actually had a stake in this scheme, and they raked in a cool $600 million of Britney's hard-earned money. Now, here's where Kanye comes in. Allegedly, Lou and the Kardashians plotted to get their hands on Kanye's funds by trying to make him look insane so they could place him under a conservatorship.
They tried to medicate me. I was exhausted. They wrongly diagnosed me. And when I asked them, how much lithium did you want to put me on exactly? It took them 4 days to answer because they were embarrassed about the amount, right? And I refused to take this, right? You understand that if I had taken the medication, I would not be here, and it would have been, he was deeply troubled. We miss him. We love his music, though. I mean, look, they would have Michael Jackson.
If y'all recall, Kanye went on a rant on the internet back in 2020, where he accused Kim and her family of trying to get him institutionalized and take his kids away from him. He said, "Kim was trying to fly to Wyoming with a doctor to lock me up like on the movie Get Out because I cried about saving my daughter's life yesterday. Kim tried to bring a doctor to lock me up with a doctor. At first, Kanye's publicity team tried to make it seem like Kanye was just off his bipolar meds, but it would turn out that Kanye's dentist had allegedly worked with Kim and Kris to get him addicted to nitrous, which he didn't need. It all got exposed when Kanye's former chief of staff, Milo Yiannopoulos, filed an affidavit in court accusing Kanye's dentist Thomas Connolly of supplying Kanye with addictive prescription medication that he didn't need in order to have access to his money and control him. In addition to the affidavit, Milo spilled the tea in a long thread on Twitter where he said, "There is a reason Ye, formerly known as Kanye West, is no longer capable of successfully releasing music or clothing. In fact, there are several reasons, but the most serious and the most recent is his dentist, Thomas Connolly. Connolly got Ye hooked on nitrous, laughing gas. It is my belief that Connolly sought to diminish Ye's mental faculties so that Connolly and his business associates could extract millions of dollars from him. Earlier this year, I uncovered the fraud and intervened. Yeah, hooked on nitrous, blew up our relationship on purpose by proposing something he knew I'd have to resign over. Because
shout out to him. Cause if he ain't blow, man, if he ain't figured, man, come on, man. Ye wouldn't even have a voice, like he said. He wouldn't even have a voice. People would, man, come on, man.
Because I had told him so. The resurrection of his longtime fantasy of making corn. Thomas Connolly is a dangerous predator who targets African American celebrities into whose mouths he puts fake diamonds, as I suspect he did to Lil Yachty. Come to find out, Kim and Chris were apparently very close with this Thomas Connolly guy, and they were also getting their sweet cut from the deal.
But I legitimately, like, you've been medicated. They've put you away, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Like, we talked before, and you were saying that they had you on medication, but the medication with your creativity. But what did it do to you?
The main thing that it did is it destroyed my confidence. It made me this shell of who I really am. They told me I was bipolar. And I remember going on TMZ and saying, you know, slavery is a choice. And they medicated me for saying that, for having that opinion and saying it out loud.
What you were talking about is people making decisions that would enslave them financially and enslave their life.
Now, where were they keeping all this illegal money? Obviously, they can't keep it at the bank, and it's not like they can stash it in their house or something. Well, that's where Kris Jenner's phony church comes in. Yes, for those who don't know, Kris has a church called the California Community Church, whose members are some of the Hollywood elites. Of course,
the same woman who HO 304 her, you know what I'm saying, daughters out to the industry, runs a church. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Taylor, Thomas Connolly, and the like are faithful members of this church. However, word on the street is that this church isn't just some fellowship of the rich and famous. It's also a money laundering front for the Kardashians, where they can channel all the funds they don't want the government to know about. And get this, allegedly, Diddy is a patron of this church, and he used to make huge donations to them. But the donations weren't just for the development of the church. A huge chunk of it went towards paying off victims to silence them, or paying Diddy's enforcers who threatened the victims who refused to collect their money.
So y'all know how it just was released that Kris Jenner and Corey Gamble had something to do with Diddy recently. If you go look, Corey Gamble had some dealings with Diddy. I'm not going to go into his story. This ain't about Corey. Sorry, Corey. You for another day. So apparently there is allegedly a secret video footage that has released of Kris Jenner and Diddy's house. I don't know too much about that. That's all I know, some secret video. Okay, let's get past that. Judgment is here, y'all. 24 hours before the raid, Kim Kardashian decides to unfollow Diddy, right? Well, come to find out, this person by the name of Lou Taylor is apparently Diddy's manager. And this Lou Taylor woman is also on the board of Hillsong's church home. Follow me, go with me. They is doing all of this, child, in the name of the Lord. Just follow the story. Now, to cover myself, everything in this video is alleged, honey. This is what I digged up, and I don't know how much truth is to it, but there's reportings, okay? So everything that I'm saying is allegedly. Keep that in mind. So, Lou Taylor apparently is paying off, allegedly, some of Diddy's victims from this slush fund through some church fund, okay? Not only that, Kim Kardashian mama has been making these girls pay 10% tithes to some church that Lou Taylor and her husband is basically owner, co-owner, or whatever. So I was like, let me look into this Lou Taylor person. I'm thinking Lou Taylor was a guy who was a woman with a husband, whole husband, and they doing ministry and everything. Now, mind you, y'all remember the whole thing with Britney Spears? So come to find out, Lou Taylor, this gets deep, y'all, hold on. Okay, so Lou Taylor is the CEO of TriStar Sports and Entertainment. She's like a business manager icon. Now, Mike, do y'all know the Lohans? What's the Lindsay Lohan? So she apparently, allegedly, she has been behind most of these stars' conservatorship situations, especially Britney Spears.
Now, this could be just another crazy conspiracy theory, but have you guys ever wondered why Kanye seems so determined to expose the Kardashians for all their shady dealings? According to sources, Kanye has receipts proving how Kim and Kris not only tried to silence Diddy's victims, but also handled some of his expenses towards getting himself released from jail after he got arrested. So some might think it's all a huge coincidence, but I want y'all to tell us what you think in the comment section.
Wow, that's crazy. Hey, listen, again, I don't, like she said, all this is alleged. It ain't, again, this ain't even what Diddy is on trial for in the court process and stuff he going through. He's only going through the Cassie and the Lil Rod situation. So none of this is actually been proven fact. And I don't know, but anyway, I think my conspiracy mind telling me that this is exactly what it is. True. It's real. It's really going on. It's really how it is. And I understand why the Kardashians opened up a church, because churches are 501c3s, which means they get government funded, which means that's they getting the bag from the government, but it's also they can, you know what I'm saying, pretty much like the donations and all of that, they can funnel that money. Like, it's a front. It's just like no different than the drug dealer getting a car wash. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of the same thing. But anyway, let me know what y'all think about that video in the comments, man. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell notification. Till next time. I'm out.